Good morning, you beautiful people. It's your boy Will H. Wilcher, and we're in a new game. Let's go ahead and unfold this combine and start working. It's already got 34 hours on it, so... And, excuse me. This game is Farming Simulator 2017. Now, the wonderful thing about this game is it's fun. Number one is it's a fun game. Shoot. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get enough out of that to, oh well. So, in this game, you play a... Oh, let me get that attached. Yeah, we want to unattach that. Alright, so let's go ahead and attach this up. Let's change our crop type. There we go. Let's lower the sower. Let's turn on the sower. Let's start it going. Let's hire a helper. Ooh, excuse me. And we actually have to change around some settings. So, general, nope, next one, game settings. Helper refill seed, off. Helper refill fuel, on. Fertilizer, off. Slurry, off. Maneuver. Alright, cool. So now what that'll do is it will lower our costs for having people, basically. So now instead of... Oh, dang it. We messed that up. So now instead of having the workers buy all the stuff that we already have, so now instead of having the workers buy stuff we already have, they will instead refrain from doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start up a logging operation because it's highly lucrative, and it's something we can be doing while all our fields are being renovated currently, as well as while crops are growing. Now, it is somewhat costly, so we will be doing a mission, and I will be showing off a couple missions. But currently, if we look in... Oh, no, actually, we just need to go 2 forward. There we go. Currently, if we look around, we can see a whole bunch of crops that are planted and everything, and this will tell us what's ready to harvest. Now, if we go down to field 31, they'll have a job for harvesting. We're not going to do that just yet because we've got to go modify this tractor so it lifts things. Oh, excuse me. So, I want to take this time while we're driving to showcase a giveaway we're going to be doing. So, I have purchased 2 extra copies of this game for PC. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop a secret word in the next 10 videos, and then in the 11th video, you're going to place the phrase that pays, KYY, your #1 rock station. No, you're gonna go and put the phrase that pays, the 10 words to make a sentence into that 11th video's comment section. Now, in order to enter, that's all you have to do. But in order to be qualified to win, right, there's going to be 2 prizes. The first prize is going to be first comment, right, that fits all of the criteria. So what are the criteria? Well, the criteria is you have to be subscribed. That's just one of the things, all right? The second criteria is if you are under the age of 18, you have to have a legal guardian with you at the time of retrieval of the prize. So what does that mean? If you're 12, you can't enter? Well, you can. However, you're going to have your parents there in order to accept the prize for you. We're going to go and do wide tires. It's going to cost a bit, but it's going to be helpful. So, when it comes time, and we're going to do the drawing for the giveaway. We'll probably do it on our live stream, but we'll do that November 15th. So that gives you guys it gives me plenty of time to edit the videos, and it gives you guys plenty of time to get your entries in and watch all the videos, because these videos are going to be 20-30 minutes in length, and the excuse me. Oh, they're going to be about 20-30 minutes in length, and there's going to be 10 of them. So, you know, that's what, 30 minutes times 10 is 300 minutes. We need a log fork. And we're going to paint that red as well. Sweet. And then we need to buy a chainsaw. And any old chainsaw will do. It doesn't really matter. But we'll go with McCullough. Yep. Alright, sweet. So now we drive forward into here. And now that we have our nifty front loader attachment on the tractor, we can attach this, and we can attach that. So now, to make it easy, we're going to head over to the sawmill, and we're going to cut down some trees over there, and we're going to drive the... Dick move, buddy. Dick move. Anyway, so yeah, now we're on our way, and as we're getting back in, let me get into the cab so it's less noise. So, yes, giveaway have to be either 18 or older, or have your parent or guardian at the time of receipt of the prize. I don't know about international laws, so I don't know. I'll look into that, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine to do a giveaway internationally. So anyway, yes. So 11th video, you'll throw down the phrase that pays, 'cause you're your #1 rock. Anyway, that bit's done. So yes, watch the 10 videos. And when I drop the code word, you will know I'm dropping the code word, because I will not only say it explicitly, hey, the code word for today's video is combine. I'll also do a text on the screen. So yeah, if you're deaf, you can still technically win. I mean, I don't foresee that happening, but, you know, hey, you could. So yes, like I said, there's going to be two copies. And let's hope this one doesn't just shunk into the ground. Sweet. Awesome. What's just left here? Make sure I got everything. I think I did, and put that away so it's not so noisy. And then we need to come over here, lift it up, open the tines. And the one gripe I have about this game is just that it's kind of difficult to judge depth from inside the cab, and I wish it wasn't that way. But yeah, so far that's my only gripe about the game, is that it's kind of hard to judge distance and whatnot. So in order to get the best price for these things, you got to take all the branches off and everything, and the longer and straighter your piece of wood is, the more you get for it. But we're going to come over here, and I'm going to show you words. I'm going to show you what dropping a tree off looks like. Boom. 800 bucks. Simple as that. For what, 2 minutes worth of work? And there's a bunch of trees over here, so we're going to do that a little bit. It's a nice, easy way to get money. And obviously, the bigger the trees are, the more money you're going to get for the wood. And there is this issue, which you can circumvent by kind of looking off of it. There we go. There we go. But it's a small issue. So yeah, so videos 1 through 10, there will be a secret code word. I'm only going to say it once, though, so I'm not going to say this video's code word again. So you got to be kind of paying attention. I would ask that you not throw down in the comments section what time it is, because that kind of defeats the whole purpose of the scavenger hunt aspect of it. And those comments will get deleted. And in fact, I'm going to say it now. If you do that, you're going to lose your spot in the giveaway. So if you give away a timestamp in the video and you make that comment on the 11th video, that will be an invalid entry. So there we go. That solves that issue. And I don't know what time I'll be doing the giveaway on the 15th. I will let you know in a future video. We're going to get a lot of money for this tree, though. This is the big sucker. In fact, I have to lift it up just to dress it. that's how freaking crazy big this thing is. I don't actually know if I can get it without a counterweight. Because that's another good thing that this game did is the physics in this game are actually really good. Yeah, this is going to be a struggle. However, I need it up just so I can get at these branches here. That one, and then we got that one. And I don't know how much extra... There we go. I don't know how much extra weight these things give it, but... Yeah, this is a heavy sucker. Alright. So we're going to try and reverse out. We're not going to be able to carry this thing, because it's just going to tip us over if we even try. This is a massive sucker. And of course, it gets... right after I say the physics are really good, the physics wonk out on me. Oh well. So that thing is blurring out right now because it's vibrating at such a speed. You know what we can do? We can just push it through. And this is the awesome thing about having a trailer, or having a fork arm like this. Is that you can do pushing stuff like this until you can't, and then it's when it becomes problematic. So one way we can circumvent that is by grabbing our handy dandy chainsaw, coming over here. There we go. Lopping this piece off, and that should free it up. Yep, nice and free. Unfortunately, that means that that little sliver of wood is going to be pretty much worthless. We're still going to turn it in, though, because it's a nice little profit. But this gets really lucrative later on when you get a semi or a semi-hitch attachment, because you can purchase one of those. It's just really, really costly. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Dealing with wigged out There we go. Now let's get it up. Oh, man. This reminds me of Highway Through Hell, where they've got the towers, and they're just, like, constantly just getting effed up. Dang! See that? That was 2K for that. While that was a little bit more work, it was still lucrative enough to, oh, bring it back down. Just like that. Shwink, get in there. Boom. And that was 400. So, that is the forestry aspect of this game, and there's plenty of trees around here that you can cut down, theoretically, and get a lot of money for. In fact, we'll do another big one just to show how easy it actually is. That's a mighty big bastard right there. So, toting it like this, Roger. That's pretty much all the options we have right now, is just working our way through, making my way downtown, working fast, faces fast, and working man. So we have another massive one that we have to get. That's on the other side, but on the bright side, we can just toss this baby in there. We don't even need to put it on. Seriously? That's your pivot point? That is your pivot point. Okay, you know what? You're getting pallet forked. That's all there is to it. You're just gonna get pallet forked in there. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. $2,000 for that baby. $2,000 for that. So now if you are thinking of doing this, I would highly, highly, highly suggest getting a counterweight put on, because otherwise you're going to have a bad day. But I mean, the money's pretty good for what it is. I mean, you're just grabbing toothpicks and putting them in. Well, what your machine makes look like toothpicks. Like this one, this is the irritating part. This one's gonna not want to grip at all, but it's super, super easy to like just carry over because it's so light. All I gotta do is avoid things, and boom, it regrips. Would you look at that? So if you're sitting there and, you know, none of your contracts are going, this could be a decent way to make a living while you're playing on real time. Come on, get in there. There you go. Because if you're playing on anything other than real time, it's much more financially viable for you to just planter's already done here, so we need to bring him over to the harvested portion. And one thing we can do here is we can look at all the different things that a thing has. Like, they all need to be plowed, they all need to be fertilized. It looks like they're all planted though, which is nice. That's good. This cultivator doesn't need to be there anymore. So we're gonna drop that. We're going to come over here and get our tipper wagon. We're going to grab our tipper wagon. And we're going to drive right up alongside this harvester here. And it's going to feed us grain, which is nice. I'm just going to drive right upside it, just like that. Shoot. We're out of the span by just a little bit. There we go. Just like that. Where's our planter? There's our planter. You're still on beans. Good. And the reason we're planting beans is because they are a very, very worth it crop. So you just come up over here and press to the right, and you can see that these beans go generally for 1,000 anywhere. The Denton Bakery, which is just in town, just like 2 minutes away, 1,200. You know, Goldcrest Pacific Green, which is a little bit farther away. And this is how you check where everything is. You just press 9 and it brings up your map and everything. And you can see the Denton Bakery is there. The Goldcrest is actually, it looks relatively close, but the bakery is definitely closer. And then 9 drops it out again, and then hitting 9 again brings it up as a mini map. So it looks like our harvester has emptied, which is good. We're going to begin sowing another... Oh, you know what? Actually, we do have to refill. So, the cool thing about this planter is it plants seeds and it lays down fertilizer as well. So one of the things we're going to do with our first harvest paycheck is we're going to... Oh. Not do that. Gotcha. So we're going to refill the sower, and it's going to refill on seeds first. Why is it not wanting to... Oh, is it liquid fertilizer that it's doing? It might be liquid fertilizer. Well, see, I keep misdoing it. Huh. Maybe it's been newer. I don't know. I do not know, but we'll go ahead and... Yeah, we don't have to worry about running out because we didn't run out last time. We'll go ahead and start sowing this field as well. And the wonderful, wonderful thing about sowing all these fields, the way we're doing it, is next episode we'll take on some missions, and then we'll... We missed a spot there. Dang. Next episode we'll take on some missions, and from there... Hold on, I just gotta drive up alongside this thing. Get this tractor in place. Is that gonna block it? Hopefully it doesn't. Let's just pull it out here. And in order to do a tow along, you want to be going like 10. So we'll get set up here. Yeah, right about there should suffice. And we'll get the rest of this grain, and I'll show you how to pop it into your silo. Yeah, we can do that from in the cab so it's less noisy. And that's the beautiful thing about the tractors in this game, is they are so, the visibility is so good. It's wonderful in all of them. And by using one, we can cut our cruising speed down to a 10. Which will actually bring us up to the speed we need to be going to interact with this silo thing. Or sorry, the pipe out the side. And we're about to be fully up, so we cover it with N, and we peel off. Alright, so now that I've finished giving you all motion sickness, we're going to come around here. And one thing we could do is we could go out and do a mission and then buy a baler and turn all this wheat straw into hay. But we don't need to do that. So it's going to tip on the back side here. So what we want to do is we want to line this up right there. If we line it up right there, it'll all go in. And it just drops it in just like that. And one way you can check and see how much of everything you have in your silo is up here at the top. So you see we have 14,000 grain up in the silo right now. That's pretty good. We've got 7,880 sunflowers in there. We've got 4,459 poppies. We've got 6,480 wheat. We've got 5,660 beans. We've also got... yeah, that's it. Sweet. We might have one radish. I'm not 100% if that's a 0 or a 1. I don't know. But one way you can take it out of your silos is by coming over here. Well, let's just turn around and do it the right way. Oh, gosh. And this right here is actually an equipment shed, so you can keep your things underneath here. I tend to just leave them in the field because when I quit playing, I save, well, if I'm recording. So you come up here and you press R and it'll ask you what you want to do. So we've got 6,000 barley, 4,000 canola, 7,000 sunflowers, 5,000 soybeans, 5,000 corn, 14,000 wheat. You know, we've got all that in there. We're going to leave the corn in there because, as you can see, corn is actually relatively a good crop. Boom. Getting about 400, 500 for it. And it can jump up to 1,000, especially on sales. But it's also good for pigs and cows and such. And that's what we're going to be working on because, bum, 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 you come over here and look at the price for wool. It's insane. So when we do get animals, we're getting sheep. We're not getting pigs. We're not getting cows. We're getting sheep. We're going to be sheep farmers. Yeah, sheep. So what I'm going to do now, and you can tab through all your available things just to see, but we're only at 38% capacity, and this last couple lines isn't going to drop its capacity, so we're just going to drop this off. We're going to leave it out in the open. Just like that. And then we're going to grab old Mr. Cultivator. And I know that, you know, some people are going to be like, but all of that straw. But realistically right now, I'd have to go out and do a mission if I wanted to harvest this. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the cultivator. We're going to hire a work. Oh, you know what? Can we afford a plow? Because if we can afford a plow, then F what I was about to do. We'll just do that. Because plows add 10% to the yield. And we could just barely afford a plow, but I don't want to do it because daily costs are going to come into play. So we'll just go 3, hire a worker, boom. Don't have to worry about it. Huh, and you left a piece. Not very ergonomic, Mr. Worker there. So, that being said, as we get to see the nice threshing blades, if you guys liked the episode, leave a like. If you guys disliked it, you know what to do. If you guys got any constructive criticism for my farming techniques or anything of that sort, go ahead and throw it down in the comment section below. You guys can follow me over on Twitter at WiltWIJR. You guys catch the live stream over on twitch.tv/WillHWilcher. Again, I'm your boy Will H. Wilcher. I don't do intros or outros. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day.